Students, this is a short video that is intended to help you finish your fitness tracker app. If you have been in class at all over the last 4 weeks, you have seen this example on the screen. This is not a step-by-step how-to. This is a video with some brief reminders of how you can accomplish this app. Remember, the fitness tracker app is an app you make without the Project Lead the Way starter file. This is for you to design and you to bring in all the code. The reason that there is no starter file is because in terms of code, there is nothing new here. You have done all of this type of coding in our previous apps. This is an app that focuses on using lists and using for loops with conditional statements. There's a place where it also uses procedures in order to do some calculation. All of these things we have done in previous apps. One of the first things that you need to do is to lay out your different screens. You should have done a sketch where you planned out this fitness app. This fitness app also has requirements that are published in section 2.5 of the Project Lead the Way, and there is a link in the last several slideshows that we have. I'm making this video at the end of week 15. You can certainly find that link in the Pear Deck slideshow for week 15. Basically, you need an app where the user can enter some workout information, such as their workout that they did, like what kind of exercise did they do, how many minutes or seconds did they spend doing it, and what day of the week did they do that workout on. The app will display all of that information in a list view component. It will also calculate the number of minutes that the user has worked out, and it will also calculate the average number of minutes per day. We have done something very similar to all of these things in the disease tracker app that we completed. The other thing you are supposed to be able to do is either play videos, play audio, or show images with text that will explain how to do different exercises. There is a shared folder of videos. There are 5 different videos that show 5 different exercises that you are free to use in your app. The other parts of the fitness tracker app that we have done before is in the Charades app. We have used a list to bring up random words. This app requires a random challenge, and you could do a static list with words that will let you take a random item from that list and show the user. You also need to be able to let the user choose to play any of the videos. And the way that we've done that before to play media is by using a button from the app. You can see that my app is doing this job in 3 screens. I have screen 1, which is always the first screen that opens in your app. And you can see that in my case, it is just it is letting you access the other screens, either the page where you enter the workout data or the page where you choose, and in my case, it's videos that show how and that also challenge you. On this screen, I have also put in a timer. You can see that I have built this using different arrangements. I put everything in a vertical arrangement so it would stack from top to bottom, and then I have put horizontal arrangements to control the side-by-side of the other things that I put in. In this case, I have a horizontal arrangement for the text that is here, and I have another vertical arrangement that I call the button arrangement, so that I could stack these buttons on top of each other. So the whole thing is in a vertical arrangement. I have a horizontal arrangement for text, and a vertical arrangement to stack my buttons. These are all, if you look on the left, in the layout drawer. You have your different arrangements. You can also see that I clicked the upload file button on the right, and I uploaded all of my videos from that shared folder. If you then look at the coding blocks, you can see there's not much for this page. I just used the buttons and I opened a screen and I named those different screens where I wanted it to go. If I go to my workout screen, you can see that I have used the different arrangements to lay out my buttons. In this case, buttons that show my 5 videos. Here is my random button challenge, and here is my timer. Students, you can also see that when I go to the blocks view, I have built a lot of code here, but a lot of this code, I didn't just sit down and think it up out of nothing. I went to my backpack and I pulled code from previous apps that I had done. And once I did that, I simply brought it back into this coding area and I made it match the components that I had put in my designer view. So take advantage of the work you've already done. When you were doing the Charades app and made a static list, go grab that list and then change the name of the variable to make sense. In my case, it was video list. You've already got the code block for the making of the list. You've already got the code blocks that show the text is in here. You might notice that I use the actual exact file names so that not only can I give a random challenge, but I can actually load the video player with the video files using this list. On the data entry screen, again, this is very similar to the disease tracker app. You will notice that I use spinners like we did with the months in that app. In my case, it's the day of the week. I'm letting them choose the workout. I added that as a spinner or a drop-down menu. I have a text entry box for the user to put in the number of minutes that they worked on their exercise. And then I have a way for them to enter the information, a way for them to clear all the data, and a way for them to show the total minutes of the week and the average minutes per day. And my display list is this black bar that's right down here. You can also see that it is a combination of vertical arrangements and then horizontal arrangements. And you will notice I have given these arrangements, most of them anyway, I have given them names so it's easy for me to find what is in those different arrangements when I'm in the code view. And I can see clearly what's going on because I have taken a few minutes to name all of my components in a way that makes sense. For things like the timer, I had a timer in a couple of the different apps, both the Charades app and the Germ Fighter game that we made had a timer that was counting down. I went to my backpack. I went to find the timer that was counting down. I dragged it in here. Now I wanted this timer to count up, so I just changed enough of the code blocks to make that happen. In this case, instead of minusing the seconds, I plus them with an addition block. In my data entry screen, again, we added things to the list in the disease tracker app. I just went and found when we were doing this procedure to, when we were adding the button in the disease tracker app, I dragged this into my backpack from that app. I dragged it out in here, and then I added what I needed to make it look like this. The same with the procedures to show the average, to show the total, to show the display list. All of that I pulled out of my backpack from the disease tracker app where I already did this work. And then I just changed the code to reflect my current app. It saved me a lot of work. Now, if you didn't do any of those previous apps, you are at a disadvantage. I won't lie to you about that. It is going to be much harder for you if you have to invent this stuff without the step-by-step instructions. My honest advice to you, go back and make those apps. turn those assignments in as well and get credit for those. And then you're going to save yourself a lot of work getting this app done. That's really the only way at this point that you're going to be able to complete it. But don't panic, because you have access to that Project Lead the Way text, to those instructions. You just need to invest the time. The other good thing is you don't have to have a Windows computer. Everything in MIT App Inventor can be done on your Chromebook. So take advantage of the work that you have already done. Take advantage of the code that you already got, bringing it in from your backpack to use. And you should be able to finish your fitness tracker app without too much trouble. And of course, I'm here in class to help you. I'm available from about 7:05 until 7:25 every morning, and unless there's a meeting, and I'm available after school unless it's Monday or Wednesday from 2 to 2:30.